Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. And close out today's show. One of my favorite events is going on. Started yesterday out at the Agri Center, the Delta Fair and Music Festival. And I know the Lovell family.
Larry,
Yeah.
last night was a great opening, boy. Yeah.
All right. Well,
lots of people, lots of fun at the Delta Fair.
Well, I hadn't even introduced you yet, Michael. You've just jumped right in there. So let me introduce you.
Well, I'm so anxious to tell everybody to come to the fair, to have fun, to learn, and see the wolves.
Well, that's
right, Larry. Wolves.
That's right.
So, right here at the fair.
Michael, did you hear that? That wasn't us. That was Michael. Michael Sandlofer of he has got the Wolf Show going on out at the fair. And if you when you're heading out there today, we're going to have a great weekend at the fair. The great weather and Michael's show. Tell my listeners out there, Michael, what will they see when they come to see your show?
Well, they're not only going to see, they're going to learn about the most misunderstood animal on the planet Earth, wolves. They're going to see timber wolves, Arctic wolves, black wolves, gray wolves. They're all here for you to see and learn about the most misunderstood animal and what you could do to help the wolves of today.
And I know that you got you talked about the different kinds of wolves and everything. So, and you got a pup too, don't you? Don't you have a pup?
Oh yes, you heard the word. We have a 12-and-a-half-week-old wolf cub here for people to come and see, get their picture taken with a real live wolf cub. Right here at the Delta Fair.
And these wolves are rescued animals, right?
That's correct. They're rescued animals. They're part of an educational demonstration and exhibit that shows these animals and tells the plight of the wolf and what you could do to help the wolf today. The part the wolf plays in our ecosystem.
Well,
and they do a tremendous job. When God created them, he created them to live, not to be killed off the way they are.
Well, Michael, we're talking to Michael Sandlofer here about the Wolf Show going on at the Delta Fair here on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Tell our listeners how you got into this, Michael, because I know, man, you've been in Save the Whales. You won the Rolex Award in 1984 for your work on saving whales off the coast of Newfoundland. How did you get into the wolf part here?
Well, it started off, basically, I care. I care about the animals we share the planet Earth with. In the military, I work with what is known as mammals.
Uh-huh.
And I started to learn, and when I came in civilian life, I had an opportunity to see that whales are being killed, and, I could say something about it because I had a chance to work with whales and sea lions and seals. And the story, one person could make a difference.
Yeah.
And thank God, God opened up some doors and I was able to jump in there and do what I do, caring about the animals we share the planet Earth with. And this fair has a lot of great things for families to come and see and have fun on the ride, eat great food, nice people, and see wolves and think what you could do to make a difference in today in our environment.
I think your daughter Sadie's involved in this show too, right?
Oh, my whole family is.
Okay.
Sadie is. my grandchildren.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is really not a show where people, where we ask animals to jump through hoops and stuff.
Yeah.
This is a demonstration of their natural abilities.
Well, you've already taught me. I didn't know that the wolf's middle toes are longer than the rest of the toes. I mean, you learn these things from Michael. When you go out there, you're not going to go out there. They're not going to do tricks, as Michael says, and stand on their back legs and do things like that. These are going to do you're going to learn about the wolves. You're going to have videos. You're going to be able to see them up close and personal. And I think, Michael, that's the gist of your show. It's not a show. It's the gist of your, as you call it, it's a wolf pack project, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well, so how many times a day are you doing this? I mean, this is Saturday, so are you going to be out there during certain times if my listeners are getting ready?
You got to check the schedule.
Go to Delta.
And we'll be doing it 3 or 4 times a day, the live demonstrations. But anytime your guests come, they'll be able to walk through and see the wolves in their habitat.
Yeah.
Any time of the day and night.
All right.
When the fair is open, that is, of course.
Yeah, so you can go to deltafest.com, deltafest.com, look up the show, look up the wolf. I wrote a story about him for the website and things along this line. Michael, thank you this morning for being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. I'll probably see you out there this weekend, okay, buddy?
I hope so, Larry. Thank you, and tell all your listeners, come to the fair.
There you go. There you go, Michael.
Partners, take care now.
All right, buddy. Talk to you
at the fair.
See you at the fair. All right, Michael Sandlofer. Is he not a?
He's
I don't know how old Michael is, but
he needs to be canoeing with the
exactly what
with
I
the
was
great
thinking.
with Dale Sanders.
That's
Yeah.
what I
Put him
was
in the boat with Dale Sanders and a wolf.
Yeah, that'd
and
be a
come
good
down
picture,
there and
yeah.
everything. But this has been fun, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
like he was talking about, a lot of these wolves are rescue wolves, and that's the thing with exotic and wild animals. A lot of people get them. They think because they want to be trendy or cute or whatever, but it's a wild animal.
It's a wild animal,
so,
right?
And you're going to get hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so so they're not going to be doing tricks and things. I wanted Michael on there, so that's at the Delta Fair. Wow, great show today. Thank you, Greg Ratliff, for taking care of us. Gene Smith.
Yes, sir.
What was that elephant joke before
Well,
we close?
I had to give up elephant hunting because the decoys give me a hernia.
I had to get that in there then. And what was yours? Can we say yours?
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I just asked you, do you know when an elephant is hiding under your bed?
No.
I said you can smell the peanuts on his breath.
Do duck hunters eat cheese and quackers?
Good. Oh, we're closing out with this
We're
show.
in labor. We're in labor.
We're in Labor Day.
Breathe
weekend.
that.
All right.
Okay.
Gene Smith and Dave Gabbard. Let me tell you quickly about next week's show. Ron Wong will be in there, which we'll be talking fishing. And one of our guests on next week's show is Bobby Wilson,
Bobby Wilson,
the
our
new assistant chief,
newly
assistant
appointed
director.
assistant director
Assistant
for
director
field
for
operations.
field operations, the one and only
of the
Bobby Smith,
Tennessee
Bobby
Wildlife
Wilson.
Resources.
And he'll talk a little bit about his career, and we'll talk a little bit about fisheries and things along that line with our good friend Bobby Wilson, who is elk hunting, as I understand, this week.
Yeah.
And so maybe he might tell us about
And you
that.
had a question about the dates of the duck season?
Yes. What were they?
Okay. Should be the Saturday and Sunday after Thanksgiving, 28th, 29th
Okay.
of November.
Okay.
Then it'll open again, should be on December the 5th and go to January the 31st. So we can only go to the last Sunday in January.
Okay.
And this year it hits on the 31st.
Oh, so we get a little extra time.
Well, it all boils down to 60 days.
60 days.
Yeah, we get 60 days.
But it'll be a little bit later. And go pick up one of the new hunting guides from the TWRA, and with Dave Gabbard's picture on the front with Gene Smith's dog. So anyway, this is Larry Ray reminding us I do each and every week. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.